I came to medicine in haphazard fashion. In February of '64, a friend of mine whose cousin was a medical student, he told me, let's go and see his cousin. So we went there, tried to scare us as high school students. So they took us to the anatomy hall where they do dissection of cadaver. I was interested in becoming an architect, and I decided to be in medicine. It's not a plan. I worked with Dr. Crawford and Dr. DeBakey as a resident. It was hard work.
The way Stanley Crawford did, we would do anywhere from 4 to 8, 9 cases a day sometimes. Sometimes you'd come in on Monday and it seems like you'd go home on Friday night if you had that weekend off, and you could barely remember what all happened that week.
After 6 months, I couldn't see my family. I told him I want to quit, and Dr. Crawford kiddingly told me he'll break my leg. He offered me a job when I finished my residency program in 1983 in thoracic, and I joined him.
He was one of the hardest working people. He never shied away from, whatever it took. Day, night, weekend, holiday, he was always there.
You have to have the ability and the dedication. It doesn't happen out. You sit and some fruit coming to your mouth from the low-hanging tree. You have to work.
Dr. Safi really valued his time with his family. We work so hard in the hospital, it's very easy to forget why we do all this.
I didn't get married till I was 33, about 2 months shy of 33. And I met Deborah, which is from Dallas, and she was a lawyer here. And my mom told me a long time ago, when you meet a person, when you love him more than you love, that's the person you marry.
He's a fantastic father and a husband. The way he handled his wife and his family and his kids, which I got to know very well at that time, was something that I think I've carried with me for, up until now.
I told my children, Joe and May, if they need me, I'm there. Science, you have to question everything, and you have to be curious. Otherwise, don't come to science.
When he started out at Methodist and was in his early learning years, he developed a number of skill sets and innovative techniques.
The most daunting, challenging, the surging, which is doing a thoracoabdominal aortic aneurysm to prevent paralysis from the waist down.
You start with an incision at the scapula and bring it all the way down to the navel for the person, and then sort of twist them open like a crescent roll can.
At that time, the incidence of paraplegia post-treatment of aortic dissection was in the range of 30 to 40%.
We tried using the pump, taking oxygen blood from the left side of the heart, pump it in the femoral artery to augment the pressure so there is a flow go to the spinal cord. And then using drainage around the CSF drainage, which is started by a Japanese surgeon and Dr. Cooley and popularized by Dr. Larry Ollier. But no one has combined them together in a moment of just the light bulb went in my head. I tried it in animal models, worked well, and then we did it in human.
There are many, many people who are leading a much better quality of life now than they would have if he hadn't been doing this.
He's world recognized for his achievements in that regard. When I became dean of the medical school in '96, we did not have a fully comprehensive cardiovascular program.
There was a division of CV surgery which was very small that was in my department at the time. But because of the competition down the street with Texas Heart and Methodist and all that, it never really had grown.
We had very good cardiology, but the situation in cardiac and vascular surgery was weak. We needed to recruit a first-rate cardiothoracic surgeon.
Dr. Safi, with his power and recognition, was able to come in and start really from nothing and building it into an internationally known and respected department.
When Ito Roman was the CEO of this hospital, In 2005, a neighboring hospital wanted to recruit me back. This hospital asked me, "What's in your heart?" I told them to build this. So I stayed. So it was good negotiating tool.
He wanted to have a department that included cardiac, vascular surgery, and thoracic, all in one department, so that everyone could work together.
I personally believe in cooperative environment, like you have surgeons and cardiologists, vascular surgeon, basic science to work together to have a new knowledge.
By doing that, it unifies and provides expertise so that patients who come in with heart and vascular disease can be managed in a comprehensive way to address all issues related to heart and vascular and thoracic.
My team I'm proud of because I hired them and some of them we acquired. We work as a cooperative group and they are the best on this planet Earth. They can operate on me and I will be in the front batting against anyone who will come to hurt them.
He's leaving behind a generation of young cardiovascular surgeons that are going to carry his legacy for the future.
Dr. Safi really cares about people.
He introduces himself to everyone and he respects the people that works around him.
From, the nursing aide to the third-year medical student to the chief resident to the CEO of the hospital, he treated them all equally.
He touches people's lives and you can see that people are drawn to him, regardless of their ethnic background, profession, age. He's a magnet to people.
He's a very easily conversant individual.
With him, you never know what you're going to get, sort of like a box of chocolates, And just anticipating what's going to come out of his mouth is a lot of fun.
He loves politics. He's an enormous political animal. It's fun just to talk and sometimes just to kind of get him going about stuff, because he gets so wound up.
But I have learned religion. I have learned politics from him. There's so many things that this man had to offer.
He's just a hell of a nice guy. I love him.
I thank them for their support and for their friendship. It means a lot to me, friendship. Most of us see the result and go backward, but that's cheating. We have a short span of life in this planet Earth, and you do what you can to do something good. I've seen mentors from all over. They cling, I call it the greasy pole of power. I did my work. I committed to come to University of Texas and medical school to build a department second to none, and I gave myself 2 decades. My advice, when the opportunity meets you, just seize it, and the rest is history.